Alright, before we start, there are codes hidden in this video. Steam codes, iPhone promotion codes and Android download codes. If you see them, if you find them, they're for Space Grunts. I've hidden a couple of them, so look out for them and enjoy. And now let's start the video. This is the origin story of Space Grunts, and I never liked turn-based games, so I made one. So with Heroes of Loot I tried a new type of game, a top-down twin-stick shooter. Even though it was a new type of game for me as a developer, I do enjoy playing twin-stick shooters, so I do like the type of game I was creating. That was not the case with Space Grunts. I do not like turn-based games. I never played turn-based games. I don't like all the strategy and the tactical and the waiting and all those things. It's just not my type of genre. But it was certainly a very interesting experiment to see if I could create a turn-based game that was interesting to me as a player. So my first decision on Space Grunts was create a turn-based game, but make it instant, make it almost as fast as an arcade game. With the only exception that all the creatures, enemies, monsters, everything will wait for you to do a first step. If you don't take a step, they will all just wait around and wait for you to take that first step. So the standout feature for Space Grunts, I think, is the replay value. There's a lot of replay value. If you enjoy the game, you will come back for more runs. I was still enjoying the game after release, which is very exceptional and not something I usually do. So the first try for this game is pretty easy. The whole game is a first try. It's the first time I did a turn-based game. It's the first time I really did roguelike with a lot of roguelike elements. It's the first time I did daily challenges. It's the first time using a new light system. It's the first time where I used better sound effects than all the bleeps and the bloops I used in the games before it. It's a game of many firsts. I think the biggest design flaw in this game was the level generator had a few bugs that were just game-killing bugs. It also took a lot of updates and many months before I really ironed out all these bugs. The later levels had some bugs with level generation where you would run into walls or in rooms without a door, so there was no path to the exit. The end boss had a bug that sometimes happened where you just couldn't finish the game. So you finally made it to this end boss and you couldn't kill him because the level generator screwed up. It was just very hard to find these bugs because of the randomness, the procedural generation. Sometimes the bugs happened, sometimes they didn't, and figuring out what was the cause for it was just very hard to do. Luckily all these bugs are now out of the game, so you can fully enjoy the game if you still want to, and I hope you do because it's still a fun game. For me, the coolest fact with Space Grunts is that it reached a new audience for me. A lot of you guys out there started with Space Grunts as the first orange pixel game you played. And for me it was a real good lesson in stepping out of that comfort zone Try to tackle a genre you don't even like, see why you don't like it, and try to fix it and create a game that you do like. The most asked question about Space Grunts is, will there be a part 2? I'm pretty sure there will be. A sequel needs to add something else, something more. It needs to improve in certain areas. And right now I don't really have the ideas to do that. So Space Grunts 2 is still something on the top of my list, but I first need a very good idea to do it. And that's it for this week's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And let me know in the comments what you think about the video or about Space Grunts. Have you played it or are you planning on playing it? Let me know if you played it, what was your most favorite thing about it. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye!